Asking questions to yourself, learning to talk to the subject. When you are reading a lesson, one is you go on reading, and what the book is telling, only that much you are reading. Another is after every sentence, wait and talk to the sentence. Ask the sentence, what you want to teach me? Okay, I'll read it again. Then the sentence will tell you so many more things. So you have to make friends with your textbooks, and then you will not need a teacher at one point. You will be self-learners, and that is great fun. In maths also, every question you can solve it in different ways. If you get answer in one method, by one method, you shouldn't leave it that, okay, somehow or the other I've got the answer. Think if you can get it by some other way. Is the other way smarter? Then you have to compare both the ways. Whether this method is smarter or the other is smarter, which is saving my time, which method is giving me more learning. And then learning becomes a very enjoyable process. It should not become a burden. Because teacher has given some homework, I have to somehow finish it and then dump the book and go. No, you will start enjoying. I'm really enjoying. I'm discovering something. Then you will enjoy the whole process. And then learning becomes a lot of fun. It is even more fun than playing your video games. But we never explore it in the right fashion. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. It's 6:58. We'll start at sharp 7. As you can see, we are going to start with ratio proportion. Have you made your own notebook now? Your own mystery notebook? Wherein whatever comes to your mind, you are going to write in the new idea, new questions. It may not be an idea, it may be a doubt, it may be a question in your mind. And don't be in a haste to ask the question to somebody. After some days, you will get the answer yourself. Should keep repeating that question in your mind, keep thinking on it. But write it down in the notebook. Otherwise, sometimes the question goes off. All right, so we begin. Good evening, all of you. We will be starting the third topic of this series today, ratio and proportion. Now, ratio and proportion is nothing but one step ahead or a different way of expressing a fraction. Let us see how. What do we see in fraction? 1/3, suppose. That is, of the whole, I make 3 parts. And I take 1 out of it. So this part is 1 part out of 3. No writing on board. This part is out of 3. 1 part out of 3. So when I take this much part 3 times, I get 1. So when I take 1 3 times, I get 3 1 times. How will this grow if I make it 2/6? The basic fraction of 2/6 is 1/3. So 1/3 I am multiplying by 2 to get an equivalent fraction 2/6. Now suppose I take a fraction 2/3. I am taking 2 parts out of 3. I am making 3 parts and I am taking 2 parts out of 3. Now, if I take 2 parts 3 times, see what I'm talking. Listen to me very carefully. If I take 2 parts 3 times, meaning I have taken 2 part 1 time, 2 part second time, and 2 part third time. When I take 2 parts 3 times, is it as good as taking 3 parts 2 times? Taking 2 parts 3 times is the same as taking 3 parts 2 times. And this will always grow in the same proportion. So if I multiply 2 upon 3 by some common number, let me call it n, I will get the number 2n upon 3n, which will mean the same. This 2 upon 3 we express as a ratio 2:3, and n is that common number with which we multiply this basic fraction to get an equivalent fraction. And this n by which we multiply our basic ratio is called as the constant of proportion. So when I multiply the basic ratio by n, I get multiple variations of the same ratio. All of them mean the same. So ratio is nothing but fractions expressed in another form. Instead of saying 2 upon 3, we will say 2:3. And instead of saying equivalent fraction, we will say constant of proportion with which I am going to multiply my basic ratio. So when I say two numbers are in the ratio 2:3, what is the commonest mistake children do? They take the numbers as 2 and 3. The numbers are not 2 and 3. They are in the ratio 2 and 3, and there is some number n which multiplies this 2 and 3 to give me the actual numbers. When this n is 2, 2:3 becomes 4 rupees and 6 rupees. Suppose I say that two friends have rupees in the ratio 2:3, and the constant of proportion is 2, meaning what is the actual amount they are having? 2 into 2 and 3 into 2. They are having 4 rupees and 6 rupees, but what is the ratio in which they are having the money? 2:3. Or if I say two children have money in the ratio 2:3 and the constant of proportion is 5, that means the one with 2 parts is having 2 5s are 10 rupees, and the one with 3 parts is having 3 5s are 50 rupees. So the actual amount is different, but the ratio is 2:3. Understand this basic meaning of ratio. That ratio gives us the comparative value of two numbers. And the real value I get when I multiply the comparative value by constant of proportion. You have to very carefully understand this basic meaning. Okay. Now suppose I want to find, and when n is 1, the ratio is in the lowest form, obviously. Now, suppose I want to find the lowest form and constant of proportion, lowest form and constant of proportion for 24 upon 36 or 24:36. I will have to see what I can reduce 24 and 36. I can go on reducing like we do in finding the lowest fraction. First, I can reduce it by 2. Both can be divisible by 2. I will get 12 and 18. Then I can again divide it by 2. I will get 6 and 9. And then I can divide it by 3. to get 2 and 3. Now 2 and 3 becomes the lowest form. So the lowest form of 24 is to 36 is 2 is to 3. But what is the constant of proportion to convert 24 is to 36 to 2 is to 3? By how much have I finally divided 24 and 36? I have divided by 12. When 24 got divided by 12, I got 2. And when 36 got divided by 12, I got 3. So what is the constant of proportion? It is 12. And what is the lowest form? 2 is to 3. Have you understood how to identify the constant of proportion? The final number by which I divided my given numbers to get the lowest form. And highest forms I can find n number of highest forms. So I can multiply this 2 is to 3 by any number and I will get a pair which will have the ratio 2 is to 3. Okay. Is this very clear? The basic meaning of the word ratio, meaning of the word constant of proportion, and how to convert this into this. Now, next step of this is proportion. This was the ratio of two numbers. Now, if we have more than two numbers, if I have more than two numbers, then how will I use my words? If there are three numbers, A, B, C, any three numbers, such that A upon B is equal to B upon C. If there are three numbers, look at this example, 1, 3, 9. 1, 3, 9 are such numbers where 1 upon 3 is equal to 3 upon 9. Am I right? What is 3 upon 9? Is it an equivalent fraction of 1 upon 3? I'm multiplying 1 by 3 and I'm multiplying 3 by 3 and I'm getting 3 upon 9. So 1 upon 3 and 3 upon 9 are equivalent fractions. So these two are equivalent fractions, but there is one more feature, that the denominator of this is the numerator of this. I need to find such equivalent fractions where the denominator of the lower fraction is the numerator of the higher fraction. Such numbers will be called as three numbers in proportion. So if I have a set of such numbers such that first number upon second number is equal to second number upon first number. And now when I cross multiply, will I get another form of the same thing? 1 into 9 will be equal to 3 into 3. And because this number is going to be same, I can also call it 3 square. So when three numbers A, B and C are in proportion, I can express it as A upon B is equal to B upon C, or B square is equal to AC. Then I can say A, B, C are in proportion. Now look at 1, 3, 6. Are they in proportion? Is 1 upon 3 equal to 3 upon 6? No. 3 upon 6 is 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. 3 upon 6 is 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 3 is not equal to 3 upon 6. Therefore, 1, 3 and 6 are not in proportion. But 1, 3 and 9 are in proportion. So when I'm given that three numbers are in proportion, essentially I must get A upon B equal to B upon C, or B square should come equal to AC. Let us look at this one example. It is given to us that 2, 4 and X are three numbers in proportion. What does this mean? If 2, 4 and X are in proportion, that means 2 upon 4 is equal to 4 upon X. 4 upon x. Only then they will be in proportion. Or 4 into 4, b square, 4 square is equal to 2x, 2 into x. Now what is 4 square? 16 is equal to 2 into x. So what is the value of x? What is 2x? 2x का मतलब है 2 multiplied by x. And when this 2 goes on this side, multiplication becomes division. So 2x is 16. X will be 16 divided by 2, that is 8. So the value of x comes 8. Now let us tally. Are 2, 4 and 8 in proportion? If 2, 4 and 8 are in proportion, then 2 upon 4 should be equal to 4 upon 8. Is it happening? 2 upon 4 is 2 ones are, 2 twos are, and 4 ones are, 4 twos are. So both 2 upon 4 and 4 upon 8 are equivalent fractions such that the numerator of this is the denominator of this. So value of x will be 8. Okay. So we can find the unknown if we are given 3 numbers in proportion and 1 number is missing, we can find the value. Now, like 3 numbers in ratio, we will look at 4 numbers in ratio, in proportions. Instead of 3, if there are 4 numbers in proportion, then what will happen? A, B, C, D. A upon B will be equal to C upon D. Or I can cross this position of B and C. Now I have 4 numbers. So A upon B will be equal to C upon D, or A upon C will be equal to B upon D. C has come down and D has gone up. Or I can multiply A into D is equal to B into C. I can express 4 numbers in proportion in these 3 ways. If 4 numbers are in proportion, A upon B is equal to C upon D. Take example, 2, 3, 4, 6 are in proportion. Then 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6. Yes, both are 2 upon 3. 2 upon 4 is equal to 3 upon 6. Yes, both are half. And 2 into 6, 12 is equal to 3 into 4, 12. Yes. So A upon B is equal to C upon D. A upon C is equal to B upon D. Or AD is equal to BC. So when 4 numbers are in proportion, we get these values equated. So once again, if and then how are these equivalent fractions? Yes. These are equivalent fractions such that their cross products are equal. So these can be any equivalent fractions. I can take any equivalent fractions. Their cross product should be constant. Such 4 numbers will be numbers in proportion. Let us see this example. 3 sets are given. Now I am doing this. You also do it along with me in your notebooks. We have to find which of this set is has numbers in proportion. Let us look at 2, 4, 6, 8. I have to do 2 upon 4 and 6 upon 8. For me, fastest method is to check the cross product. 8 twos are 16 and 6 fours are 24. So this is not a set of numbers in proportion. Cross product, finding cross product is very easy for me. I need the cross product C. Then 2 upon 3 and 6 upon 9. 6 3s are 18, 9 2s are 18. Yes, this is a set of numbers in proportion. You can try by other methods also. 2 upon 3, 6 upon 9 is equivalent of 2 upon 3. Then 12 upon 15 and 20 upon 25. Okay, now this is a big multiplication. Those who are good at tables. 25 12s are. How will you find it? Someone knows 25 table up to 10. Everybody knows 25 10s are 250. And plus 2s are. 25 2s are 50, no? So it will be 250 plus 50, 300. How can you quickly compute? And 15 into 20 is what? 15 2s are 30 and 1 0 on it, 300. Oh, this is also a set of numbers in proportion. 25 12s are, how did I do? 25 10s are 250 plus 25 2s are 50. 250 plus 50, 300. And 15 2s are 30 and 1 0 on it, 300. So this is also a set in proportion. You can do tables vertically and you can do tables horizontally also. Horizontal tables sometimes give you very quick answers. I don't know what is 23 sevens are. But I know what is 27s are. Quickly, no? I know 27s are 140. What will be 23 sevens are? 140 plus 3 sevens are 21. 20 sevens are, 21 sevens are, 22 sevens are, 23 sevens are, 777 difference. So I can do 140 plus 21, 23 sevens are 160. You can practice horizontal tables. They are sometimes much more faster. Anyway, so this gives me the answer. Both B and C are sets in proportion. Now 9, 12, 9, 21, 50 and 49 are all numbers in proportion. I want to find the value of P. If they are all in proportion, what do I know? 9 upon 21 is equal to P upon 49. So I need to find an equivalent fraction for 9 upon 21 such that the denominator is 49. My cross product method is fastest for me. So if they are in proportion, I know 21 multiplied by P is equal to 7 multiplied by 49. So I want the value of P. 21 comes on this side. Multiplication becomes division. Because it is multiplication in 7 and 49, I can do the cancellation. If this was plus or minus, I cannot cancel it. It is multiplication. So I can very easily cancel. 7 ones are 7. Now what did I do? I made some. It's 9 upon 49. It's my loss. Hello. So 3 3s are 9, 3 7s are 21. And then 7 1s are 7, 7 7s are 14. And 3 into 7 is 21. So P also becomes 21. So this is actually 3 numbers in proportion also. It is this and this is same. When 21 and P are same, I can also say that 9, P and 49 are 3 numbers in proportion because both these are coming same. And then what you can try is 49 into 9 coming 21 into 21. Those who know the concept of square. Is 49 into 9 21 square? How can you quickly find it? 49 is 7 into 7. And 9 is 3 into 3. 9 is 3 into 3. So 49 into 9 will be 7 into 7 and 3 into 3. That is 21 into 21. Add on the square of 21. Play with numbers. All right. So with this, you can find the value of P. And we have also discovered that these four are actually three numbers in proportion. These kind of sums you will get on three numbers in proportion and four numbers in proportion. Now, one more variation of this. There are three numbers, but those three numbers are not in proportion directly. They are giving us the ratio in A and B, and they are giving us a ratio in B and C. Then can we find the ratio in A and C, or can we find the ratio of all three numbers? They are not in proportion. So here B square need not be AC. Please understand the difference. Understand the difference of three numbers in proportion and three numbers in ratio. So A is to B is to C ratio I am finding. If this is a very, very typical and visual method, if A is to B is 2 is to 3, you're going to write A, B, C like this. A is to B is 2 is to 3, write it over here. And B is to C is 7 is to 9, write it over here. Then how can I find the ratio of A is to B is to C? You have to do 2 into 7 and put it under A. 2 sevens are 14. You have to do 3 into 7 and put it under B. 3 sevens are 21. And you have to do B into C. 3 nines are 27. Put it under C. So the ratio of A is to B is to C is 14 is to 21 is to 27. So what is the ratio of A is to C? It is 14 is to 27. And in finding the ratio of A is to C, have we changed the ratio of AB and BC? Let us check. Is A is to B still 2 is to 3? 14 is to 21 is 2 is to 3. And what is the constant of proportion over here? If I want to bring 14 is to 21 back to 2 is to 3, I will have to divide it by 7. So A is to B still remains 2 is to 3, and B is to C still remains 7 is to 9. And what will be the constant of proportion? If I want to be 21 upon 27 to 7 upon 9, I will have to divide it by 3. So 21 is to 27 divided by 3, I get 7 is to 9. So while establishing the ratio in A and C, I am not changing the given ratio of A is to B and B is to C. Please remember that. I cannot change these two ratios, and I can establish the ratio which is not given to me by this method. I will repeat the method once again. When three numbers are given such that the ratio between the first two and the second and third is given, you will write those numbers like this. Suppose A is to B is 2 is to 3 and B is to C is 7 is to 9. You will write the numbers like this, and then to find the ratio in all three numbers, you will write A, upper A, lower B under A, both the B's under B, and upper B, lower C under C to get the ratio in all three numbers, or rather between those two numbers which is not given to us. This is a very common method. We are going to do questions on this. Okay, so understand this method. We will now do a few problems. Understand ratio proportion is just another way of handling fractions. Okay, so all these topics are absolutely correlated. You cannot seclude one. You need the first step to go. You cannot directly jump on the third step. You go first step, second step, third step. Okay, let's see the problems. Divide 500. Divide 500 in the proportion of 2 is to 3 is to 5. Okay, now we will do this by two methods as usual. We can do it by X method and we can do it by normal method. Suppose the numbers are 2, 3 and 5. The lowest possible combination. Now we know that the ratio does not give us the actual numbers. I will have to multiply this ratio by the constant of proportion. Then I will get the real numbers. But suppose my numbers are 2 and 3 and 5. Then what will be the total? It will be 10. But what is the real total? 500. The real total is how many times of 10? It is 500 upon 10. That is 50 times of 10. If my real total is 50 times of my basic total, it is as simple as that my real numbers will be 50 times of the basic number. So the numbers will be 100, 150, 150 and 250. And see if their total is coming 500. 150 plus 250 is 250. 250 plus 250 is 500. Perfect. So what are my numbers? Or what are the rupees? 100. One person has 100, another has 150, third has 250. And what are they asking? What will be the share of the one with 5 parts? That will be 250. Out of 500, the one who gets 5 parts, he will have 250 rupees with him. This is my understanding without X. And with X, let the constant of proportion be X. Now I will not take the number as X. What will I take? The constant of proportion as X or N. If you want N as a constant of proportion. If the constant of proportion is N, what will be the numbers? 2N, 3N, 5N. I will have to multiply each number by the constant of proportion to get the real number. So the real numbers are 2N, 3N, 5N. If I add them, I get 10N. So 10N is equal to 500. Then N will be 500 upon 10, that is 50. And if N is 50, what will be these sums? Again, 100, 150 and 250. So the answer over here will be 250 according to what is asked. Okay, you can do it by both the methods. Now, this is one. X is to Y is 1 is to 2 and Y is to Z is 3 is to 4. Our typical question which we saw just now, 2 minutes ago. For all such questions, I'm simply going to write X is to Y is to Z. And X is to Y is 1 is to 2. And Y is to Z is 3 is to 4. Then they are asking what is X is to Z. I will simply multiply 1 into 3, write it below X. Multiply 2 into 3, write it below Y. And multiply 2 into 4 and write it below Z. So I get the ratio of all 3 numbers, and X is to Y remains to be 1 is to 2 and Y is to Z remains to be 3 is to 4. So I am not changing my given ratios, and now I also know the ratio of X is to Z, that is 3 is to 8. Now, is this the lowest form? Yes, because there is nothing common that can divide 3 and 8. Instead of 3 is to 8, if this would have come 6 is to 8 or 4 is to 8, then we can reduce it to a lower form. Always see the new established ratio If that is not in the lowest form, convert it to the lowest form. That would be one more step. Here, it is already in the lowest form. So our answer will be 3:8. Okay. Now, let us go to the next question. I hope you are understanding what we are doing. Please note that we are slowly increasing our difficulty level. Now think of the first topic that we did, addition, subtraction, natural numbers, whole numbers. You must have thought, oh, this is so easy. But now, have we scaled up a little? So by the end of the series, you will find that you've already started building your muscle power. We will slowly go up, and we have to reach Mount Everest in the end. We are right now at the foothills of Himalayas, not even foothills. Delhi station pe hai abhi. Okay, the ratio between two numbers is 11:7. So if you are feeling, हाँ यही maths है क्या? ये तो कुछ भी नहीं, बहुत आने वाला है. The ratio between two numbers is 11:7. If the difference of the numbers is 40, find the numbers. Now see, the ratio is 11:7. So we go by our standard method. If the numbers are 11 and 7, I don't have to add. The difference is 40. Okay, so I'll have to subtract. If the numbers are 11 and 7, the difference is 4. And my difference is 10 times of that. So my numbers will be 10 times of that. My numbers will be 110 and 70. And what is the constant of proportion? 10. Ratio remains constant. Difference comes 40. X method. Let the constant of proportion be x or n, whatever. Then 11n minus 4n, 7n is 4. So 4n is equal to 4. What am I doing? No, what am I doing? 11 minus 7, sorry, 40. 11n minus 7n is 40. So 4n is 40, n is 10. And if n is 10, the numbers are 11 into 10 and 7 into 10. All right. Answer will be 110 and 70. All right. Simple applications, very basic applications we are seeing. This can scale up to good levels of difficulty, but because we are just introducing the topic, I have taken absolute easy questions. The ratio of the marks of Shanta and Narmada is 5:6. The sum of their marks is 132. Find the marks of Narmada. If the marks were 5 and 6, the total would be 11. But the real total is 132 upon 11. That is 12. No? 11 ones are 11 and 11 ones are. So 12. So constant of proportion is 12. So the real marks are 5 into 12 and 6 into 12. 60 and 72. And now Shanta and Narmada is 5:6. So Narmada's marks match the 6th part. You have to always remember the order. Okay. If they say Narmada and Shanta is 5:6, then Narmada shows 5 parts and Shanta shows 6 parts. But they are saying Shanta and Narmada is 5:6. So Shanta is getting 5 parts and Narmada is getting 6 parts. So what is the score of Narmada? It is 6 into 12, 72. Okay. Our constant of proportion method. 5n plus 6n is 132. So 11n is 132. I'm purposely repeating this n number of times so that it gets fixed in your mind. And so n becomes 132 upon 11, that is 12. And then the numbers become 5 into 12 and 6 into 12. Shanta's score is 60. Narmada's score is 72. Ratio of 5 is to 6 maintained. Total becomes 132. All conditions satisfy. You can tally each and every question that after getting the answer now, are my conditions satisfied? Whatever conditions they have put on me, are they satisfied? Then you have to confirm your answer. If you are not satisfying any condition, you have to redo the sum. Take a look at it again. Now look at this question. Ratio of the investment of A and B is 15 is to 12. Now this is a two-step sum. Ratio of investment of A and B is 15 is to 12. That means if A is putting 15 rupees, B is putting 12 rupees. What is the ratio of the investment of A and B? 15 is to 12. And the ratio of their time of investment, meaning if is 9 is to 15, means if A is investing money for 9 months or 9 days, B is investing money for 15 months or 15 days. Please understand, this time can be anything. It can be days, months, years, decades, whatever. And this also can be 15 is to 12, any real number in ratio in proportion of 15 is to 12. If the constant of proportion over here is 10, then A is investing 150 rupees and B is investing 120 rupees. And if the constant of proportion over here is 2, say, and time stands for months, then A is investing for 18 months and B is investing for 30 months. In this case also, the condition is satisfied. Please understand this question. This is a very important step up. What we did till now were one-step questions. Now this is a two-step question. That at the same time, I have to handle two ratios. Now, I want to find the ratio of their profit. This is a common understanding that their profit will be equivalent to the amount they are investing and the time in which they are investing. For example, now A is investing more money but less time, and B is investing less money but more time. So how will I find the ratio of their profit? I will simply multiply their investment into their time and find the ratio of that. Understand this. So this is a very important formula that we are landing on. Ratio of profit. Ratio of their profits will be the product of investment of A into time of A upon investment of B into time of B. That will give me the ratio of profit of A upon profit of B. Very important formula. Now, what is the investment of A? It is 15. What is the time of A? 9. Whatever it is, days, months, investment may be rupees, paisa, whatever. And what is the investment of B? 12. And what is the time of B? 15. So my ratio of profit will be 12 into 9, 15 into 9 upon 12 into 15. Because all of this is in multiplication division, I can very easily cancel 15 to 15 and reduce 9 upon 12 to 9, 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12. So this ratio takes the form 3:4. That means the ratio of profit of A is to B is 3:4. Now, what is the meaning of this? Suppose the profit is 70 rupees. 30 rupees A will get and 40 rupees B will. Whatever profit comes, we will divide it in 7 parts. 3 parts will go to A and 4 parts will go to B. Please understand. Using the ratio of investment and the ratio of time, I have found the ratio of their profits, and now I know out of the total profit, 3 parts will go to A and 4 parts will go to B. That will be complete justice to the amounts they have invested and for the time they have invested the amount. This is a very, very specific sum, and you will get this kind of sums or this kind of understanding in various forms. You have to learn to apply the concept of ratios. Now the next sum is again the three numbers ratio of pant, shirt and t-shirt. A is to B is to C type. The ratio of the prices of pant and shirt is 3:2, but this is also one step up now. It's not just finding ratio. See how we are stepping up. Pant, shirt and t-shirt. The ratio of pant to shirt is 3:2. And the ratio of shirt to t-shirt is 5:7. Now they are telling that price of a pant is 480. What will be the price of t-shirt? So what will I need to do? Find the ratio of pant and t-shirt, no, by our standard method. So when I multiply, I get 3 5s are 15. I put it here. 2 5s are 10. I put it here. And 2 7s are 14. I put it here. So the ratio pant is to shirt is to t-shirt is 15:10:14 rupees. Meaning, if the pant is 15 rupees, then the, I get some mistake. 5:, oh, it is 5:7. Okay. Okay, I had written it here as 5:4. Okay, we'll do it with 5:7. So if the price of pant is 15, the price of t-shirt is 14. But they are saying that the price of pant is 480. So can I find the constant of proportion now? The ratio is 15:14. But what is the constant of proportion? I will have to do 480 divided by 15 because the ratio of pant is to t-shirt, it is now 15:14, and I need a number n by which if I multiply, I get the real price. Now the real price of pant is already given. So do I now know 15 into n is 480? And can I find n now? By doing 480 divided by 15. Okay, it will be 15, 3s are 45. 15, 3s are 45. And carry over 3, 15, 2s are 30. So N is 32 here. I am getting cost of pant by multiplying 15 by 32. So how will I get the cost of t-shirt? If I multiply 14 by 32, I will get the cost. So when I multiply 14 by 32, I get the answer 448. So the cost of the t-shirt is 448. If the cost of pant is 480, cost of t-shirt is 448. Is this method understood? I will repeat. Given to me, pant to shirt is 3 and shirt to t-shirt is 5:7. So using this, I did my standard method. 3 5s are 15, 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14. So the ratio of pant to t-shirt has come 15:40. But the real price of pant is 480. So if I divide 480 by 15, I come to know that my constant of proportion is 32. So to get the real price of t-shirt, I have to multiply 14 by 32 and that gives me 448. Now, there is one more shortcut to this. If the ratio of proportion is 32, what is my pant? 15 multiplied by 32. And what is my t-shirt? 14 multiplied by 32. Those who have done the commutative property, 15 into 32 and 14 into 32. If 32 is taken common, what do I get in the bracket? 15 minus 14. So what will be the difference in these two values? It will be of 32. So instead of doing 14 into 32, I can also do 480 minus 32 to get my answer, because the difference is going to be only of 32. This is 15 into 32. This is 14 into 32. What will be the difference in both values? 1 into 32. So I don't have to do 14 multiplied by 32. Itna bada multiplication kaun karega? I'll simply subtract 480 minus 32 and I get the answer. Multiple ways of doing a problem, and this you will get only when you stick on a problem for a while. Your intention of problem should not be getting answer. Your intention of problem must be to know how to navigate and which are the various ways. People are writing on board, don't write on board. So your intention of doing a problem should not be to get the answer by this way or that and move ahead. Chalo, fatafat, homework complete karo aur bhago. No. Sit on a problem, think about it, talk to it. Your questions talk to you. Start talking. Which are the other ways I can do? And then several methods will come. And your notebook, maths notebook, will become a big fat notebook. You will have your own big collection of ideas. And then you will be the smartest in your school because you will have so many ideas for every question. The next one. Nikhil is 9 years old and ratio of the ages of Nakul and Nikhil. Now see here, the order is important. Nakul and Nikhil is 4:3. So if Nakul is 4 years old, Nikhil is 3 years old. What will be the ratio of their ages after 6 years? Now see, what is their ratio today? It is 4:3. We will call Nakul as NA and we will call Nikhil as NI. So Nakul is to Nikhil today is 4:3. But this is the ratio. Do I know the real age? Yes, I know for Nikhil. Nikhil is 9 today. So what is the constant of proportion? 3. So can I find how old is Nakul today? Yes. Multiply 4 by the same constant of proportion and I get Nakul. So Nikhil is 9 years. Nakul is 12 years today. Today's ages we have understood. That was solving the first step. Now they are asking what will be the ratio of their ages after 6 years. So first I will need to find what will be their ages after 6 years. How can I find it? I will have to add 6 to them. If Nakul is 6 years today, he will be, Nakul is 12 years today. After 6 years, he will be 8 years old. And if Nikhil is 9 years today, after 6 years, he will be 15 years old. So what will be the ratio of their ages after 6 years? 18 is to 15 will be the ratio of their ages. But is this our final answer? No, because this is not the lowest form. Our final answer should always be in the lowest form. So which is that number by which if I divide 18 and 15, I will get the lowest form. I can divide both by 3, no? So I will get 18 3s are 18 divided by 3 6 and 15 divided by 3 5. Is this the lowest form now? Yes. So what will be the ratio of their ages after 6 years? 6 is to 5. Today the ratio is 4 is to 3. Please understand that ratio changes with the time. The ratio does not remain same because in ratio we are doing division and to know the age after years we are doing addition. Those who have thought on when BODMAS comes same, when answer comes same with BODMAS and without BODMAS, and when answer comes different with and without BODMAS, those who have landed upon some faint discovery, they can connect that to this. Why ratio of ages changes after certain years? Why it does not remain same? Take it as your next discovery problem in your list. Why ratio of ages changes after certain years? Okay, next question. The salary of A is 2 is to 3 and A and C is 5 is to 4. अभी इधर कैसे किया है? Till now what we have done? A and B and C. Now here they are saying A and B and A and C. So what do I need to take in middle? A, the common thing, no? When it was A and B and C, I was taking A is to B and B is to C. I was taking A is to B and B is to C. But now A is common. So I will need to establish this as B is to A is to C. Because A is the common in both. So now if A is to B is 2 is to 3, what will be B is to A? 3 is to 2. No, ulta. If A is to B is 2 is to 3, B is to A is, see how we are slowly stepping up. One complication we are adding. If I know A is to B, I will know B is to A. So B is to A will be 3 is to 2 and A is to C is given to us. It is 5 is to 4. Okay. So A is to C is 5 is to 4. And now I can find the ratio of I can find a ratio of B and C. Why? Finally, they are asking the difference in A and C's salary, but they are given B's salary. So first I need to find a constant of proportion of all. So this comes 15, 3 5s is 2, 2 5s 10 is 2, 2 4s 8. So B is to A is to C is 15 is to 10 is to 8. Okay. And what they are saying now? B is 15 parts, A is 10 parts, and C is 8 parts. But B's salary is 660 rupees. So will I be able to find the constant of proportion now using 15 and 660? To know that this is the ratio of their salaries. To know their real salaries, I will need the constant of proportion. And how I can find it? I know the real salary of B and I know his part also. So when I divide 660 by 15, I will come to know the ratio of proportion. 15, 4s are 60, carry over 6 again, 15, 4s are 60. So constant of proportion is 15. So to know A's real salary, it will be 10 into 44 and B's real salary, it will be 8 into 44. Is this very clear? Then real salary of A will be 440 and real salary of B will be 352 and the difference in their salaries will be A minus C 88 or our last time's method 10 into 44 minus 8 into 44 will be nothing but 2 into 44. I don't have to compute actual value of 10 into 44 and 8 into 44 when they are asking the difference. If they had asked the sum, I would have simply done 10 into 44 plus 8 into 44, 18 into 44 commutative rule. They are asking difference. So 10 into 44 minus 8 into 44 will be 2 into 44, 88. So I can do it by two methods, finding the actual salary, subtracting, or by simply subtracting the difference by the constant of proportion to get the difference in salaries. Carefully think on all these questions. Now, before we go to our next lecture, I would want all of you to go through the notes once again and solve all these problems by yourself. Once again, don't wait for my solutions to come after our next lecture. See what you can do if you can do some fresh method by which you can do this question. Now let us go to the last problem of today. Present age of mother, father and son पण पाहिजे ना. Present age of the child, mother and father. I'll make the correction and then post it to you. Present age of the child, mother and father. So it is the child, mother and father. Will be 10 years, is 10 years today, 30 years mother, है ना? Mother will be 40 and father will be 30. Not impossible, but traditionally mothers are younger than fathers. But it can be the other way around also. No hard and fast rule. So today, child definitely has to be younger than mother and father. Mother and father can be कोई भी बड़ा हो सकता है, कोई भी छोटा हो सकता है. So if their ages is 10, 30 and 40 today, after how many years will their ages be in the ratio 3:7:9? Now see, they are today their ratio is 1:3:4. Now I will take let their ratio be 3:7:9 after X years. This is today. After X years. What will be the age of child? It will be 10 plus x years. What will be the age of mother? 30 plus x years. And what will be the age of father? 40 plus x years. And this ratio of 10 plus x, 30 plus x and 40 plus x is 3:7:9. See the difficulty level of this problem. This is 3:7:9. I want to find the value of x. So what will I take? I will take only this part. I don't have to go for all three. Even if I look at this part, 10 plus x is to 30 plus x is 3:7. So 10 plus x upon 30 plus x is equal to 3/7. See how I've set the equation. 10 plus x is to 30 plus x is 3:7. So 10 plus x upon 30 plus x is 3/7. I want to find the value of x. I will cross multiply. Look what I'm doing. When I cross multiply, I will multiply 7 by 10 plus x. We are going slightly ahead of time, but this is our last problem. We'll finish in a minute. I will multiply 7 by the whole bracket and I will multiply 3 by the whole bracket. Those who know how to multiply the bracket, those who don't know, very carefully see how. So 7 multiplied by the whole bracket will be 70 plus 7x. And 3 multiplied by the whole bracket will be 90 plus 3x. Now I have to take the numbers on one side and x on one side. So I will shift this 70 on this side, plus becomes 9 minus. So 90 minus 70 becomes 20. And I will shift this 3x on this side, 7x minus 3x becomes 4x. So I get 4x is equal to 20. X becomes equal to 5. So after 5 years, child will be 10 plus 5, 15 years. Mother will be 30 plus 5, 35 years. And father will be 40 plus 5, 45 years. And see if this comes to 3:7:9. That will be your homework. See if 15:35:45 is 3:7:9. Confirm by finding the lowest form. Okay, so that was our last problem for today. I will send the notes of today and I will send the problem set for our next class, okay, on the group in another 10 to 15 minutes, okay, and we will meet on the next class. You will join with the same link now for all the remaining sessions. The link which is given today, you will join with the same link on all the sessions. All right, okay.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Hello, hello,
Bye,
hello.
ma'am. Have a good day, ma'am.